Well, hello everyone, and welcome to my dark and stormy makeup tutorial. Today we are bringing on the drama. Make sure to keep watching if you want to see how to get this look. So my foundation and concealer and powder and bronzer are on. If you need to reference how I did that, I'll put a link to my flawless skin video right there. So the first step to this makeup look is creating a really beautiful dark and blue base color for our eyeshadow to go on top of. Now I love doing this. I love layering a powder shadow over a cream shadow. It gives you a super long lasting effect, and then also it just gives more dimension to the look of the eyeshadow. It's a great way to make the most of what you've got in your own makeup kit. So this is the Color Tattoo Metal by Maybelline. I love these color tattoos. You know that I use them all the time in my videos. This is the color Electric Blue. And to apply that, I'm actually using a MAC 217 brush. Now this one has been worn down to the point of, I don't know, it's just like, it's so worn down, but it's created a really great effect for me. You can use either version, your worn down beat up one or your new one. So I'm going in and putting that all over the lid, up into the crease. I'm just blending that. I'm giving this a little bit of a shape that is going out toward your temple. So it's a very vampy look. See how I just feather that out. And remember, work with your eyes open. So looking straight ahead, then you can really map out the shape you want. I have more of a hooded lid, so when I look at you, it's like the color tends to disappear if I don't bring it up high enough up above my crease. For people who have a very open looking eye, they don't have to bring it up quite as much. If you look at yourself in the mirror and really assess, like if you don't put the smokiness up high enough, if you've got a more hooded lid like I do, or actresses like Blake Lively or somebody like Renee Zellweger, if you don't bring it up high enough, it can actually cause the lid to look more droopy. So you want to bring the color up higher. Then using a clean shadow brush, I'm just diffusing that edge a little bit more. So now I'm going to use the Camera Lights Attraction palette from Wet n Wild. I used this in the Flirty and Frosty video that I did a couple of weeks ago. Now, the whole point of having a palette is to create different looks, and so that's what I wanted to show you today, how I am going to create a completely different look using the products we already have. Okay, so now with this tone here, it's like a really beautiful dark blue, and I'm using a just simple eyeshadow brush. I'm going in and patting that on to the cream shadow. This is going to intensify what we've already got on. If you loved how that cream shadow looks without anything else going on, then just wear that. But I'm doing some stormy eyes, babe. See how that gives you a little bit more intensity? Again, pressing right into that shadow. All right, and the next step, now this is my favorite thing to do for a smoky eye, to help give you that diffusion and that gradient so it doesn't look too over the top. Instead of going with a lighter blue tone or something like that, I like to actually use something in the crease that is more of a natural tone. I'm using the Whiskey from Laura Mercier right here with a fluffy crease brush. This is the 217 brush from MAC. And just buffing that in right at the crease. So that helps soften up that line there, and then helps create a bit of that gradient. So just at the crease right here. And buff, 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 buff. Remember, I love those little circular motions. All right, then the next step is to do just a hint of highlight under the brow bone, and for that I'm using Vanilla Nuts. That's this color here from Laura Mercier. Just a hint of that right under the brow. Tiny, tiny. I don't want to create like crazy highlight. Okay, so using Laura Mercier's brow pencil in Blonde, I'm going to give a bit of definition to my brows. This look is a bit of a feline eye. It's definitely got more of that V shape to it, so it's nice to have a brow that mimics that shape. All right, and then we brush through that just to make sure it's soft. I'm using Laura Mercier's Midnight Liner. It's a very dark navy eyeliner. Adding a bit of water to that and using my Makeup Forever brush in 0N, creating a paste. This is not a look for the timid. This is definitely a dramatic look. I'm also gonna wedge that right into the upper lash line on the top as well. Then using our smudge brush, just smushing that in, or smudging that in. Otherwise, I guess it'd be called a smush brush. Okay, and then same thing on the lower. Using our Caviar liner, lining the inner rim. Then we're going to smudge right into the lash line. This color we used on the lid, using this teeny little smudge brush. It's nice to have a pointed smudge brush. And going right into the lash line. And we're meeting these two together. So we're following that line. See where this line is here? We're joining those two together. And wedging that out. So now that we've created that really beautiful V shape and smudged it all in, we're curling our eyelashes. This is the Kevyn Aucoin eyelash curler. Really well, really curl them. And we're going to add a few coats of black mascara. No false lashes in this look. There's really no need. We've created so much intensity with the eyeshadow that it's kind of a moot point to add any eyelashes in. You can if you want, but I don't think it's necessary. This is the L'Oreal Voluminous Mascara. And bottom as well. All right, I applied about 3 coats of black mascara on the top and 2 coats on the bottom lashes. So that gives you quite a bit of intensity. If you want to go in and add a few lashes, that's fine, but honestly, I really don't think you need to do that. And then it kind of takes the look a little bit too far into Trannyville. Then I'm not going to do my blush quite yet. I want to put the lips on first and then see how much color we need in our cheeks. The color I'm using for my lips is called Sangria, and it's from Milani. I've been really hooked on Milani lipsticks lately. What can I say? They're really awesome. I'm going to slide that on. We're not doing anything perfect yet. We'll go in with a lip liner. And the lip liner I'm using is also from Milani, and the color is Sugar Plum. I like how dark it is. You can always do a nude lip with this look, but then it wouldn't be dark and Stormy. It would be dark and nudie. How many of you guys like to wear a dark lipstick? I know it's been huge trend. I shouldn't talk while I do this. Then using a lip brush, blending it all together. So you've got all the edges blended in just so. Spend the time on this because if your lips are crooked with a dark lip, it doesn't look so good. It looks kind of crotchety, so make sure you spend the time to get it just so. Let's go in with a bit of cheek color. I haven't really decided what I want to do yet. This is a palette from my kit. This is the DKNY Fashion Rouge palette. I'm trying to decide what I want to do. Something in this kind of realm here. Let's try a little bit of that. What's that? Golden Amber. Let's pop a bit of that on. And just through here. I don't want a real appley type of blush. I just want more in that hollow. So there it is, the dark and stormy makeup look. Perfect for a very dramatic winter's evening out. I hope you like it. If you do, give me a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe if you would like to see more weekly tutorials from me. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Dark and stormy, dark and stormy. Dark and stormy, dark and stormy.
Make me pretty, Jessica, darling.